During the pandemic, most of the businesses here in Silverrun Forest shut down. Can we get them all up and running again? This is my story to rebuilding Silverrun Forest. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. We are here on episode 7 on saving Silverrun Forest. Now let's see if we can actually save it. And man, that lake looks really deep. But that's not what I'm worried about. I actually have a few things I'm worried about. One is we kind of got an abundance of wood. That's a good worry to have, right? I mean, I could just sell it off, but we need to buy all these productions within Silverrun Forest. So let's go ahead and get a new production in this episode. We're looking at the paper factory. Before we do that, we need to get up to $130,000. And what better way to help us get up to $130,000 than selling off the wood? We're just going to put that on selling. All our wood production is going to go straight to selling instead of distributing now. And last time I did that, I believe I made like $200 and something thousand. Quite a bit of money. But I don't know if I'm going to keep that running all month long because I got something else we need to do. And while we're doing that, the time's going to pass and we're going to make some money. And this here is the project we're going to work on. This is actually the only production we cannot buy that I'm aware of, and I don't even know if this is really considered a production. I guess it might be because I could place it in from the productions tab. The game gives us this equipment over here, which is probably not much at all as far as space. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Why not? It's probably going to be really horrible of a job for me, and like I was saying, it's probably not going to carry much or hold much at all. There we go, only 1,000 liters. I say only 1,000 liters. That's not much at all compared to a lot of the stuff I normally do. This would actually take a very long time for me to load up into this hauler thing right here. I don't even know what it's called. Load it all up and then drive it into an iron ore mill production, something along those lines. But we don't even have that production in. I'm not quite worried about that yet. I'm more worried about the dump area right here being full. We got to take care of that. Little side note here, this thing is at 1,000 liters, 18%, so I'd say about 5,000 liters is probably the capacity on it. Yeah, no, not looking good. Especially for those long drives into town. But I don't think I'm going to driving in town. If y'all think you know where I'm going to put that iron ore production, let me know in the comments. Right now, I just want to work on getting this fill point, dump point emptied out and where it can actually stay emptied out. That's going to cost money. I did say I was going to make money. But I guess I got to spend money and make money, right? I think it might be time we go ahead and buy our first tractor. Under the used vehicles here, we got a massive Ferguson for almost $61,000. We'll see what kind of extras are on there. Looks like no extras. That's pretty nice. Normally it comes packed full of a bunch of extras, so no worry with extra costs there, but we'll buy that for almost $61,000, and we will need that. Also, I did get a shop delivery up here. There's a fee with that, $1,562 right there, 2.5% of the total cost. Yeah, I just didn't want to drive it that far. Now I need a trailer, and I need something else, and all our money's going to be gone by then. What better trailer to go with than this one right here that holds 5 million liters? Yes, 5 million liters. Quite a bit. Keeping it realistic here, as you can tell. Super realistic. $25,000, that's going to be ours. Now I got a trailer, got a tractor to pull that trailer, but how am I going to get that iron ore into that trailer? Well, that's pretty simple. I've done this before. Don't know if y'all have seen it. And if I'm doing something wrong and there's a better way, let me know in the comments. But let's get some sort of conveyor thing. Turns out I don't exactly have enough money to get that conveyor thing, and whoa, I just noticed a nice waterfall back here. Man, they really did some nice graphics with this. I feel like there should be a collectible back here. I have no idea, but that does look really nice. Sorry, just getting really distracted. I actually need to just let the time pass and make some more money. But just admiring the scenery here. I think this is one of the best maps that Giants has ever made. It's amazing. But let's go ahead and fast forward some time here, and then we'll make some money on the next hour. And of course, I'll slap that total up there of what we made. Ooh, that did not look like much at all. But it went up enough where I can buy that belt system conveyor thing I need. This one I'm going to go with right here. I don't think I've ever downloaded a mod for one of these. Just base game one, works out great. $18,500. I'm sure I could probably get a modded one for a lot cheaper. Now the idea here is I just drive it straight up against iron ore. It's going to go through the pipe into the trailer. Of course, I got to get the trailer over there. Now, I believe I got to come over here, jump over to the vehicle quite a bit to actually keep this working and going. I'm not sure how fast this empties out over here. Oh, I need to turn that back on. I accidentally turned that off. We'll actually activate it. That's what I meant to do. And I see it drop down because there's some inside the pipe now, which is great. But like I was saying, I actually got to jump over here, I believe, and turn it on every episode, every time I get back on, and activate it. every single time. Such a hard life. But that thing's actually going to make us a lot of money, I believe. We'll just drive right up under there and it will start emptying out. And I'm kind of wondering, how much do I have in this pile here? It looks like a lot. Maybe it is a lot because, I mean, that is going up down there. Already over 4,000 liters. That would have been one truck full already. Man, that would have been a lot of loading. Would have took me hours to do. And I ain't got time for that. We're over here at the old sawmill now, and I noticed something I might be doing wrong. I'm going to change it to spawning the products out because I believe the products all spawn out over here in all these little designated areas. I think they do. And looking at these little designated areas, they're not so little. So I feel like we can hold quite a bit of products here. And I need to start probably getting an abundance of them because we're going to need this stuff to rebuild the roller coaster. And I believe something with the ship dock yard or something like that also. Not 100% sure, but I'll look that up on Google later. Yes, it looks like that does work out really good. I did start spawning that stuff out. We have some planks in here, something else, prefab walls over here. Not sure what's going on here. What is this one? Oh, wood beams. That's what that is. Look at that. Tested quality. We got some high quality products up in here. Highly doubt it, knowing me. It's going to be low quality. And we're going to make a large profit off of it. But no, there's one thing that is not spawning in here, and that is the one that's distributing over to our wood turner, the planks long, right here. It's still distributing. Now, if this ever does get backed up, I'll end up changing it over to spawning, let the extra spawn out, stuff like that. I just got to keep a better eye on it than I normally do with my productions. Surprisingly, I didn't have to move this pipe thing here. It's actually still going and still grabbing all the way from over there in the distance. That's amazing, and it looks like we got almost 100,000 liters. Almost. Gosh, that is a lot. I cannot believe that. That pile probably held about 90,000 liters. We're up to 97,778 liters of iron ore here. Man, I wonder if I can see the value on that. No, it's not showing me inside here because I ain't got any type of storage, but I got a feeling that is a lot. You know, I got to do the math because that is a lot of iron ore there. Looks like I got no sell point. I remember this from playing it originally. I thought maybe they would have put a sell point in by now, but I guess the idea is to not exactly sell it off. It's more of make the actual metal from it. Oh well, eventually I'll put in some sort of buy everything thing. I don't know. Sell everything, whatever. I'll put something like that in, and this will be able to sell. I'll be able to tell the value then. No big deal now. I mean, I got a feeling it's a lot. And it's already starting to fill up again on the ground there. We are now in the month of July. We went from $19,400 all the way up to almost $130,000, if y'all remember correctly. And if I remember correctly, it's $130,000 for that production. So we should probably jump over to the next hour, make enough money, get that production bought, and possibly get it up and running. I forgot to mention the wood turner. I also want to go ahead and set up on spawning. Sleeping through the month there, we only got about almost 2,000 liters. Let's just let it all spawn out. Then eventually this is going to get backed up and full. Then we'll go over there, move it around, all that good stuff. I kind of want to try to save up a bunch of stuff, best sell time. I need to find some sort of storage building that will hold these items and actually allow me to get them out as far as all these items. Now, I'm sure by now that's definitely out somewhere. If y'all got any recommendations, let me know in the comments, please. Stood here waiting for an hour over at the paper factory, and we now got $134,000. That should be enough. And yes, it is right there, $130,000. This building has now been purchased. Let's see what all it needs. Let's see here. What is it? This one right here? Yep, we'll open that production menu. Looks like all we need is wood. That's good. I mean, none of it's set on distributing, but we could change that real quick. Now, as far as this carton roll and paper roll, I'm not sure exactly where it goes after that, if it even goes anywhere after that. I don't think it does. There's a chart out there that I keep looking at as far as these production chains, and I don't think this one goes anywhere. This was more of an item to use up the wood and kind of make some extra money from different products. In fashion of me doing everything myself, kind of. We'll put that on spawning and come over here eventually and sell it off. Stood over here waiting another hour for some logs to get delivered. Watch these trucks come in delivering the logs. No, not really. That would be pretty cool though. Got almost 2,000 liters of wood in here now. It's up and running. It's doing great. We now have the paper factory. It's going. And let's see how much money we can make off this eventually. I was messing a little bit with that iron ore over there. Let's see what we can do with that next episode, because that is all the time I got for this episode. I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.